In the house today, we have Char and Steve back. Welcome, everybody.
Thanks, Hope. It's so good to be here.
Okay.
Have you guys done one together before?
Never.
Oh, nice. Welcome.
Yeah.
It surprises me every time.
Duo.
Yeah, it surprises me every time that we find a new combination. It hasn't stopped yet.
Well, we have a couple that we can
You have a few
sort through.
repeats.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us.
Yeah. Matt, tell us about where we are right now and what we're doing, not in our normal routine.
I'll stay general so the paparazzi doesn't hunt us down, but we are in the Carolinas. So you'll see the nice trees behind us. Reminds me of home a little bit, which does bring me to a question I want to ask the group.
Okay.
Because you guys are the South Floridians. If you had to pick between tropical vacation or mountain-esque vacation, what would you pick?
It depends.
Well, this is the first time we've done mountains in a while. We usually do tropical, which is ironic because we live in tropical. But This has been fun. I like the mountains. I mean, it's a totally different environment. Like the driving through the mountains, the activities we do.
Yeah, drive.
Like
way
way
when our kids
different.
get car sick.
Yeah.
In particular mine. driving
I
through the
get car
mountains.
sick since I was a baby.
Yeah.
But we grew up coming up here. We're actually in Highlands, North Carolina. So we grew up coming here and playing in creeks and getting lost in the woods.
So
We found our way back.
We found our way back. But you know, it's funny because we've been so nervous about the kids playing in the woods this trip. And growing up, like we were gone for hours.
Yeah.
And not one time did we think there's a bear, like bears are around here.
well, we're gonna do a vacation podcast, and we're gonna ask your mother about why
Where
they weren't
she
watching
was?
you guys. She's gonna be on that. So, but anyways, what would you pick? I know you said it depends.
I
but if
think
you had
it
to pick-
depends time of year. Summer,
Oh,
I could
that's
go
a good
tropical,
variable.
even though we live tropical. But in the winter and fall, I want to go up to the mountains. I want
Yeah.
to see snow. I want to be in cold weather. I don't want to go like when we did the cruise for Thanksgiving
Yeah.
to the Bahamas. That was just it was fun, but it was like more hot.
And it
weather.
didn't like set us up for the holidays mentally.
Yeah.
Well, that's South Florida. You just don't get seasons, so it's just like Groundhog Day.
The last time.
Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah. If you don't cut in
Man,
this
if-
podcast, you lose it.
Well, if you're, the family just takes over. I don't get a voice.
You guys talk into the mic.
Sorry. I think it depends where you go
And who you're with.
and who you're with. I mean, this is amazing. This spot. Wish we could have played more golf.
Yeah.
You guys are supposed to be doing that now.
Supposed to be doing it now.
But he called.
Said you're
I
here.
did call.
Yeah.
I did call. They did confirm closed for the rest of the day due to rain.
Which is why we're here.
But we did get out one time, Father's Day.
Yeah.
Special. Trillium links.
So, quick shout out real quick. But I did want to bring something up about Father's Day because Steve and I have talked about this. We did see a statistic somewhere where it's the 20th most popular and celebrated holiday across the board.
Out of how many holidays?
Yeah. Like
That
21.
doesn't even matter.
Out of
the
20.
fact that there's
I don't
19
even think
in
there
front.
are 20 holidays.
Exactly. That's what makes it so sad.
Mother's
That
Day,
doesn't
number 2.
actually even statistically
Yeah.
make sense. Like holidays around the world.
Yeah.
Okay, then you're talking about that might be a good statistic.
Mother's Day is number 2. Christmas is number 1.
There's
But
no
are
way.
those apples and oranges? Apples to oranges or apples to apples?
What?
Are you talking about
She
like?
knows that quote like the back of her head.
Are you talking about the like? No, are you talking about like U.S. holidays where the Mother's Day is the second?
No.
What is your
Okay.
point?
Well, yeah, what
Because
makes
if
the
it's just
difference?
U.S. holidays, then how many U.S. national
Probably
recognized
25.
No.
Yeah,
You
there
think
are.
there's more or
25
less?
to 30.
nationally recognized like offices are closed.
Well, let me Google it.
No, that's you
I
can't
think it's
base it
like
off of
less
that.
than 15.
Okay, but regardless,
So if Mother's Day is second
it
in
could be a domestic amount based holidays or it could be global,
Oh,
whatever.
there's only 12 federal
12.
holidays.
Okay,
Federal.
so is second
federal.
Okay, and then how
Federal.
many how many
12,
global
how many?
holidays like in the world?
No, I'm just going to ask.
This is like Hope's like the guy on Joe Rogan where it's like, hey, look,
Fact check.
what's his name?
Fact check.
I wish I knew
How
your
many?
name. I apologize. You're more famous than all of us, but boom, just like that. What do you got, Hope?
How many holidays in a year?
around the world.
Wait. Well, this is still confusing.
So how could Father's Day be 20th if there's only 12 nationally recognized holidays in the
you're
U.S.?
talking about federal holidays, as in days off.
Okay, just Google.
Mother's Day is not a federal holiday. Babe.
It's only
Yeah,
giving
it
me
is.
federal holidays. No, it's not a federal holiday. We don't have off. Like, banks aren't closed.
And this is the problem because we celebrate Mother's
Banks
Day
don't
so
close?
heavily. Char thinks it's a federal holiday. Father's Day is forgotten.
Yeah, I do
I just
think
would like
Father's
to see
Day.
that article.
I do
and
think
present
Father's
it.
Day is like on the bottom of the list.
And my point that I'm saying is it's not like it's okay. I would understand if it was like Mother's Day's number
Wait,
2,
what were you gonna say?
Father's Day's number 3, we'll go behind or whatever. But the fact that there's like 16 holidays in between or whatever.
Well,
it's-
also,
18, Matt.
also you bud
18. We're number 20.
Number 20.
you bud right up against 4th of July. And in the middle of summer, and everyone's just kind of like checking out, and like
When's
June
Mother's Day?
in May, which everybody's still in school typically.
What's
Like June is like no
But
one's thinking about Father's Day.
And I don't mean
yeah,
to
we
make
know.
it.
That's my point.
but I
That's
don't
all
mean
I
to-
was trying to say
not
was
only that,
nobody
but-
thinks about it.
At
I don't
dinner, when Char led us in prayer,
Oh yeah.
didn't even pray for the fathers.
And that's all we wanted. We're just like one moment. And Mama,
You guys
God
set
love
me
her.
up for
Matt and
failure.
Steve were literally waiting for it. They're like,
I was just so honored to be asked to pray as a woman. That's where my headspace was.
"Thank you. Let me lead this family."
and you had your chance to like step up and shine, and you dropped the
I
ball.
don't mean to
That's
make.
why
I
you
don't
don't
mean
get
to
those
take a
opportunities.
serious
I thought that was
turn
too
here.
chauvinistic.
I don't mean to make a serious turn here, but I think like a third of the U.S. is actually being raised in a fatherless home.
That's why we should celebrate.
Those
ones
who
that
are
are-
doing a good job. Everything
But I
you
think
guys
for
are
a lot of
saying is
people,
on-
Father's Day is like. I mean, I guess you could argue that for the same with Mother's Day, but I think
But
for a lot
every-
of people, Father's Day is like a really. Did you hear that?
We all heard
Yeah,
it.
keep
We're
going.
outside.
Keep going.
I think it's like a really sensitive, like sad day.
What,
Why are you
This
laughing?
could go in a
is it
different.
sad for you?
No, I have
No.
a great relationship with my dad.
Yeah. Also, we FaceTimed him.
Okay, I'm gonna.
All right. So
I do
let's
want
go-
to. I want to see that article, and we can.
We will
debrief
send that
it.
article.
Well, I don't disagree with the article. I definitely think Father's Day is at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
the
I
whole
think
2 to
people
20.
celebrate Halloween
You're saying
bigger
Mother's
than
Day is a bigger holiday than Christmas and Thanksgiving?
Not Christmas.
not
No,
Christmas.
Christmas is number one.
Mother's Day.
No, it's not
Thanksgiving.
bigger than Thanksgiving,
There's no way.
Halloween.
Yes, bigger than Halloween.
Halloween was
Halloween's
number
number
6. And watch this.
How do you
Speaking of Halloween, what do we eat on Halloween?
Candy.
And that's what we're talking about
see what this is
today.
Wait, I have one more statistic. on
No,
Mother's Day.
sour strips. You can talk about that later on. We had Max Tuning on our podcast.
Yep.
Awesome guy. Super high energy. Made me feel like I need to have like 3 more Red Bulls to keep up with his tempo.
No, he eats candy.
Yeah.
It's candy.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. A lot of the guys so far we've been talking to, they have like candy or cookie companies, and they're like in fitness.
Yeah,
Which
that's where
feels
they all
opposite.
started. Yeah, and there's kind of like an inner circle there. But Char in particular, I know you have a real sweet tooth for candy. I'm more of like a pastry, fat
Yeah,
Mac
same.
cake guy. We all make fun of me for that.
You did get a cinnamon roll.
I
For
did.
Father's
for
Day.
Father's Day. Thank you, babe. It was
You're
very
welcome.
dense though.
She had
What?
to make
She
one
tried.
for me too.
Are you a candy or cake?
Oh, let's see. What's my favorite candy?
That's what we were gonna ask.
Well, chocolate. He loves dark chocolate.
No.
Oh, this is a good
Favorite
question.
candy.
So wait, you're asking Hope if she knows your favorite candy?
Yes.
Okay, that's
What's
good.
my favorite candy?
I would say dark chocolate. Sea
what could
salt
you
dark chocolate.
find just boxes of in my car?
Ginger candies. But those aren't really like, they're like dried.
That's such an old man candy.
Crystallized ginger cubes.
Yeah, but
it's
I'm
like
not
something
wrong.
you'd eat in 1943.
Yeah,
Matt,
but
I
I'm,
got my
telling
ginger
ya,
cube. I've had
they
them.
are
Whenever we
amazing.
go to the movies, you
I-
offer like sneak them in from Whole Foods.
Yep,
You're
I
like,
sneak
"You
them in.
want
They don't
some?"
sell them at the movie
I
theater.
actually had a ton of them on the way up here because I got car sick and they helped me.
Yep.
Oh, they help you
That's
with
true.
like stomach issues too.
Yeah.
Ginger,
Yeah,
ginger,
right.
ginger ale.
But it brings
She
me-
got it right
Matt-
though.
But you do
Matt,
like
do
dark
you
chocolate.
think it's at all possible to make like a healthy protein candy
Protein candy.
or a healthy candy?
So
I mean, there's a lot of the chocolate-based proteins.
can we
stuff.
put that on hold for
that on
1 second?
hold.
Because I want to bring that up. But Char, can I guess what your favorite candy is?
Yeah.
They're discontinued.
Yes.
Yes, I
Chewy
know.
Runs.
Discontinued.
So there's a business opportunity there too. Because we could start a candy company. And I think if you started one, it would be Chewy Runs.
Number 2.
So, okay, so before we jump into actually sour strips, I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys have a first memory of sour candy as a kid? If you don't, I can start.
Warheads.
I was going to say, I remember daring each other to have a lemon warhead, like in the car. And, you had to do like 2 or 3 to the point where like our tongues were like burned off.
Yeah.
And I can tell, if you think about the taste, I can taste it in my mouth. Like my mouth starts watering.
That's what we
Yeah.
asked Max about, like testing the product. And he was like, you don't understand. Like he said, my mouth gets like a million canker sores or whatever because he's constantly trying different flavors and eating them.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm a candy guy. I try to stay off, but these are good.
They're very good.
Yeah, they're
These
good.
are high quality candy. And when I first saw them, I was skeptical
Why?
because there are candies like this. There are sour strips. It's
Totally.
not called sour strips.
Yeah, the extreme
But-
airheads.
and you paid $18 for a
The
sour
boutique.
strip.
Gosh, that was
The
a bad
boutique.
moment.
So
Yeah,
we
that was a
compared it
miss.
to the $18 boutique
And
and the other ones.
Yeah.
What I like about these is they're soft. They're
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
hard. Yes, they're
Yeah, they're
soft.
not. They're not hard.
Yeah.
They're easy to chew.
And we asked him in the interview, it was like, if you could do anything,
He did a
what would
great
you do?
job.
And he's like, truly has a passion for candy. And
Yeah.
so to your point, he was like, I've eaten so much of it. This is my favorite candy, from the packaging to, have the softness of it, to how extreme the flavor
Yeah.
is, to the consistency. He's like, it's his pride and joy. And it was cool to hear that. And so I want to go back. You brought up, do you think you can make like a healthy protein candy? I'm sure there's some out there, right? But what I've enjoyed about the couple of interviews that we've done with these guys but we did the cookie, Fat and Weird cookie, and then now we've done sour strips. So they both are kind of in the field of work hard, live a healthy lifestyle, but enjoy those things in life that you want to
That you
indulge
love.
in, and don't mess with it. Like have some sugar. You know what I mean? So I'm sure you could, but I've yet to find a brownie that's packed full of protein and low in sugar that tastes as good as an authentic brownie, right? So
It won't stop the task, though. I feel like people will constantly try to crack that code.
Yeah, for
Because they
sure.
want to eat their face off with candy or cookies.
Oh my
but-
gosh.
Eat
Look at
their
that monkey.
What?
What? What monkey?
Did you say eat
The
that
monkey that ate that woman's face off.
What?
Why don't you tell us about that story, Char?
Mom.
Wait, you didn't hear that story?
A monkey ate recently?
A chimpanzee.
Why are we
ate
laughing?
her friend's face off.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Did
she was on
die?
Oprah.
Did she die?
No, she lives to tell the story.
Where's her face?
It had to be totally reconstructed.
Is it fine?
It was totally reconstructed. It was a big segment on Oprah.
Okay.
So it was a
This
while
isn't
ago.
funny.
This, when you get like that awkward
God.
laugh and you just keep laughing because you don't know what to do about it, that just happened.
Okay. Okay. Can I pivot to something else? If you guys were to create a sour candy flavor, what would you create?
That like doesn't already exist.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Ginger.
Like a
That's a
sour
good one.
ginger. No, that is a good one. He actually has like a sour mango that is his favorite.
They said
and
it's like their worst seller.
selling, yeah. The best is the.
But I like, so I've tried those. I can't do super sour, but the strawberry one there was right up my alley.
the lemonade. The strawberry lemonade one was pretty sour too. But the rainbow one's like bursting with flavor too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Char, what about you? Do you have a flavor?
I mean, not that it's not already created. I actually really like cotton candy flavored.
Cotton candy sour.
Yeah.
That'd be a good combo.
It's like sour and sweet.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, I was gonna say like I'm surprised you didn't say something like spicy.
I do love some spicy.
Spicy sour.
I feel like you
I
could
like that idea.
you could throw in pretty much any fruit,
Cayenne spicy.
you know,
Yeah.
but like any fruit.
It's like an adult candy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to bring for Max, part of his story that I love is he's one of like the OGs for YouTube. What
You
are
okay?
you laughing about?
You choke?
His name's not Max.
I can't believe you brought up the monkey.
You said I'm gonna eat my face off.
Okay.
Sorry. I just can't believe she did that. Okay, keep going.
He's like,
Guys,
He's gonna make this cut.
we're a little unhinged right now.
Okay, Matt, what were you
Sorry,
saying?
anybody
So
has to
Max-
edit all this
Bring it
out.
Well,
back.
okay, sorry.
Bring it
Can I
back.
bring it back to Max, or do you have a question?
it
Well,
back.
I was
I'm
on
like-
Max. He
okay,
took
go.
it away from Max.
Hey, Jake.
I'll go back to Max.
Go
I
ahead.
thought you were laughing because that wasn't his name.
No, that's his name, Max with 2 X's, like Matt with 2 T's.
So Sam, really?
He was one of the OGs on YouTube. And
Yeah.
at that time, I think the perspective now, if you get into YouTube or, just having a social platform is, the dollars to be made through sponsorships or whatever. He was just doing it. It started, he had a gym with his friends, just doing it to post content. He enjoyed doing it. But I was thinking about it, and we're getting like, what's it called again when you make the sounds in the microphone?
Oh, ASMR.
Yeah. Steve, thank you for doing
ASMR?
that. This is the
What does
true.
that stand for?
I forget, but it's
Why don't you take a guess?
You have no idea.
Anyways,
Google it.
he got a following. He's very authentic, transparent in what he does. And through that, he's been successful in starting, he has a clothing company as well and a couple other ventures. But because of that following, they love him, they trust him in his process, and obviously his businesses are successful. So if you guys had a social following of his capacity and you could start a company and it would be of a product and it would be successful, is there anything that you're like, oh man, I would love to have this product and have my name on it? For me, I'll let you guys know, it'd be like a liquor. I'd have like a whiskey or maybe a cigar, a signature cigar with my name or something like that. Or not necessarily my name, but attributed to what I like to do.
Matt Sherry?
Ooh, like cherry.
Sherry.
Sherry Spice.
Why?
Cherry spice. Oh, like a fireball?
Sherry spice.
Sherry. Ow. I bit my tongue. Sherry spice.
Sherry Spice.
I bit my tongue.
That tongue. Oh man. No, Sherry Spice is a good name. You need to coin that. That's a good one. I kind of agree with the alcohol thing. I feel like it like brings
Do
people
you?
together.
Do you?
It brings people
Do
together.
you?
Is that your sponsor?
You would be
No.
a Red Claw.
Ooh.
You can't rip off Claw. I will. Yeah. What do you think, Steve?
Oh, I got a good one.
Okay.
Ginger.
No. I
Can you stop doing that?
would love the
Falling apart.
idea of like I'm envious of the guys that started Golfer's Journal.
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
What's
It's
golf?
Like
golfers?
very high-end magazines. They travel to all the nicest golf courses, do incredible photography, write stories about the course.
But that's a job.
Yeah, but it's
Like if I'm more so like a product. I mean, I know he's hands on.
Yeah, the magazine is the product.
You want a magazine?
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Have content.
I thought you were like you wanted to travel on.
Oh no. Have
Which you can
the
still
magazine.
do.
Get to travel with it.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
I could see you doing that. That would be fun. Well, I mean, even those golfer YouTuber guys that like you watch because you want to see how the course plays. They're huge. Those guys are huge.
Okay,
She broke
Char.
your mic.
I didn't know it had so many parts.
Yeah, why?
We'll put it back together.
Okay.
That can be yours.
The
That
good
was
news is you
expensive.
can take those stands off.
Okay.
So
I don't know if I had to make a product. It'd be,
It have to be something you're obsessed with.
yeah. I don't know. You're putting me on the spot.
Wine?
Char's like
Think about it.
hoodies.
do you want a wine? Like,
No. There's so many people with wine labels.
okay, well, I'm not. It doesn't have to be like.
Wait, can I say something about that?
Yeah, of course.
I found the coolest wine recently that they use the ocean as its cellar.
I did see that.
So
You showed
they
it to me.
they
That's cool.
sink the bottles and leave them, and it's a perfect like 62 degrees, and the ocean water rocks it like a big, huge case.
That's awesome.
And then when they pull them up a year
Like Bill
later,
Barnacles, right?
no, when you pull them a year later, they look like they were pulled off of a pirate ship, and they have barnacles
What if
and
the
stuff. on
bottles
them.
No
break?
way.
They're the coolest
No,
thing.
and they're super expensive, but they're very cool, and apparently they're super good. I
That's
forget the name of it.
awesome.
I'll just show it to you guys. It's
Great
cool.
idea.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Something like that.
So you're back on
Matt,
the wine.
Matt, what would you guess for Char?
I said wine, but she said
Wine.
no.
Yeah.
Why? Just own it. You'd be like a wine or like
Hoodies.
Yeah, like an athleisure.
No. What about denim jackets?
Oh,
Denim jacket.
Maybe. Or black boots.
Black boots.
Yeah. So a fun
Black
fact
booties.
about Max. So yeah, he started in a lot of those placement sales type jobs where they what are they called? Recruiting. And then one of his jobs he got fired from because he filmed a YouTube video in the office. This was back before YouTube was a big deal. And they said, it violated his contract or something.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, that was before it
So
was.
dumb.
Well, now everybody's phone is literally like they'll walk out of the office and blast a company because they were mistreated in the office, and so things have changed since then. But he eventually just started doing YouTube full time when it started bringing in some income. But it's not one of his full time income producers now. When you
Yeah, well, he kind of talks about it. It's going full circle where. Again, it started as just like for fun, and then it skyrocketed, and it got to a point to where he could step away, and just through sponsorships and other ventures, and obviously his YouTube platform, he could do it full time and be successful. But he has kind of alluded to cutting back, or the channel will eventually come to an end. Or if it doesn't come to an end, more so going back to like what he enjoys doing. He says he's going to start doing skateboarding stuff again because he likes to skateboard. And
I think sometimes people in that industry, especially at the beginning of YouTube and Instagram influencers kind of really taking off, it's changed a lot. And now there's a demand on it that if you don't keep up, you don't keep feeding the animal, the algorithm, you fall behind. And I think he's starting to see like his numbers on at least his channel get a little stagnant. But part of that's also because he's not putting as much time into that stuff. Like this is his passion.
Yeah.
And he does a phenomenal job, and he's very true to himself. Like even the branding feels very him. I don't know. If you interact with him, it feels like all the mix of everything that he loves. And honestly, he said he hasn't pitched it to one person. Every place that these sour strips exist, they've come to him and said, we want to place your product in our store. Walmart, Target.
How did he
every
even
big
get on the
box.
map?
Because of his social and YouTube following.
yeah, it was fitness, like a fitness influencer.
Well, that and yeah, he would like film like what he eats every day and other things like that. But he's a
Candy
little
was
more.
part of the fitness diet.
What? He
The
just
what?
is obsessed
Like
with
candy was part of his diet.
Well, that's what I like about him is he, 98% of the time you eat clean and you work hard and you have a healthy lifestyle. And then those guys who do that, it's like indulge and enjoy. So for him, it's candy. He's always loved candy. And I think he talks about like Domino's pizza. Or it's like those are his two combinations of like, that's what he likes to eat on like a cheat meal or whatever. So, and he grew up, like he said, eating candy and he loves sour strips. So he made it to what he likes it. So I enjoyed the interview. It was nice that he even,
And they really are amazing.
yeah, you've been crushing them.
Like I've been crushing.
Yeah. Stetson's a big sour guy too, so we'll have to give him a couple packets because he's a big fan of them. And you love sour candy.
I think the rainbow's the best.
Yeah, I do too.
Really? I like the strawberry.
The rainbow is the number one seller.
I didn't try the strawberry,
Okay.
You didn't?
but this is so good.
It's very good. Yeah.
Well, that's all I got.
All
Love
right.
it.
Sounds good, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.